BYU is advancing to the round of 32. I'm Mitch Harper, KSLSports.com. BYU takes down VCU 80-71 in the first round of the NCAA Tournament here in Denver. And the Cougars, it was an impressive performance from this BYU team. They're moving to the round of 32 for the first time since 2011. I think the star of the game for BYU was Yegor Demon. He jumped out to a strong start in the first half, and I think that momentum carried BYU throughout this game. When Yegor has success, it's just an X factor for BYU. He's got that star potential that you got to think is going to be tantalizing for NBA scouts. He was fantastic. Yegor finishes with 15 points. And maybe the most impressive thing was he showed off his three-point shooting ability. He was 3 of 4 from 3 in the first half. Yegor was outstanding. And it was funny, too, in the crowd, fans would say, Yegor, Yegor, and he'd react to him and wave. He's just a kind kid, Yegor is, and he was outstanding for BYU. And early on, it looked like he was going to be struggling against that pressure from VCU. That first possession of the game, he had a turnover, but he settled in, as did this BYU team. They got down 5-0, and it had the same look as what it looked like against Duquesne, but then they started to impose their tempo, their style of play, and BYU began to pull away. They were pretty much up by double digits throughout the entire second half until the final minute of the game. BYU was in control of this contest. They had a little bit of a lull in the second half offensively, which you want to get that right against a team like Wisconsin coming up on Saturday, but by all accounts, that was an impressive showing by BYU. Some other notable performances from the Cougars. Richie Saunders, the Tater Tot King, 16 points for Richie. He was excellent for BYU. I thought he had some success getting downhill, particularly in the ATO plays that Kevin Young and his staff drew up. BYU was really spot on there. And I thought Fus Traore, in his second NCAA appearance, he was really good. 13 points, was a steadying force. And then Keba Keita, his physicality was a tone setter in this game. And BYU was showing that they were very physical defensively, too, kind of getting in the face of Max Shulga a little bit. They didn't let Shulga, the A10 player of the year, go off. He only finished with 12 points in this game. So BYU, they're advancing to the round of 32 to take on the Wisconsin Badgers, who cruised by the Montana Grizzlies earlier today. It's going to be a good matchup here in Denver, 6 versus 3 seed here in the NCAA Tournament. We'll have more coverage on KSLSports.com, KSL 5 TV, KSL News Radio, and the KSL Sports Zone.